You guys wanted worse Opposite or Tatum. You said, how could it get worse? But I implore all of you who are in the chat right now to please check the title of the video. This is for people watching on Twitch. You want to know how it's going to get worse? Please check that title and see what's coming next. And then you'll know how it can possibly get. Star Strike got it in one. It's BGR. It's time for biblical gender roles. It's an older one from biblical gender roles, but as we've seen from BGR, his ideology largely remains unchanged through the years, so it doesn't matter that we're tackling older content from him. It's content that people will be revisiting for days on end regardless. But before we get into that, let's go ahead and get into the fan art section. First of all, we have a version of me just literally sitting in my stream area, but also in a Game Boy Advance. This one is from Post Comprehension. If you are watching, please tell Being I said hello. The next one is from Witches B, and it is me with, of course, my Vaporeon, my shiny Vaporeon, which you can see on the desk over here when I actually have it. You know, we're just gonna move the desk there. Boom. The desk is now there, so you can see shiny Vaporeon, even if it looks kind of awkward. But shiny Vaporeon must be seen by all. Thank you very much, Witches B, for that one. And finally, we have another Rule 63 Suris from Blood Moon Phoenix. As always, thank you all for your fan art submissions, and if you want your fan art to be submitted in later videos, then please post it into the fan art section of the Discord server. That is the only way to guarantee that your fan art will pop up in any particular episode. Now, with that said, biblical gender roles. Let's get in to BGR. This one was submitted to me by my friend Renita-chan, and it is called Short Essay. Between men and women, there is no friendship possible. So first of all, in the chat, if you are AMAB, because I know there's going to be problems if I don't bring up NBs, but if you are AMAB and you have a friend who is AFAB and y'all have not had issues with just being friends, please give me an H in the chat. Please. And for those who aren't used to progressive language, I'm talking about cis men and cis women. Again, I wanted to say AMAB because that means that MB people are actually included in that conversation as the H's pile in. Okay. Bragwin has a right. Alternate title. I can't stop staring at boopas. Is there really a person behind them? Yep, apparently biblical gender roles is perpetually horny on main, and he has no way of explaining it other than, actually, it's impossible for all men to be, you know, friends with women. So, let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit so we can breathe in this article here. So it begins. Kathy, we need more Christian wives like you who do as Proverbs 31:26 says, and open their mouths with wisdom. I have maintained this thought for 20 years, that it is utterly ridiculous to think men and women can be friends. Wow! You admit unironically on main to being a fucking idiot for 20 years. That is impressive. I wish that I owned my cringe as well as you did. You are spot on when you talk about how women are a distraction to men in the workforce. Oh wow, Bragwin, you're right. This is literally, I can't stop staring at tits. Is there really a person behind them? That's literally what this is. We would be more productive with an all-male workforce. Dude, I know several people in the Navy who will let you know that an all-male workforce just leads to things like, hey, if you can't see the shore, it's not gay. Y'all get distracted by man's butt. It is a fact that children do better in an all-boys school and all-girls school for the exact reasons that you state in this article. Could it also be that all-boys schools and all-girls schools typically end up being very well funded, as opposed to, you know, more public education that is not well funded usually? Could that be one of the reasons why? No. Correlation does not mean causation. It can't be. It can't be. Many affairs have happened because of workplace friendships between men and women, because people try and believe the lie that men and women can be friends. Dude, men and women can be friends. I literally, this article was submitted to me by a friend of mine who is female, who I've known for, what, 3 years now? Three years? I want to say 3 years. But, like, the artist who does all of the stuff here, okay, so the artist who does my VTuber avatar, Rimixen, female. We've been friends for, well, since the model was in its starting phases. Let's see here. The entire studio was made by another friend of mine who is assigned female at birth, YaraKoro. And Yara did all these things, and I consider Yara a friend to the point where I actually have done things like testing her video game that she made on my stream. Let's see here. Raz is my partner, and I actually consider her my best friend as well. So, I mean, but he wouldn't trust that one. That one doesn't work. Again, this article was submitted to me by a friend. Let's see here. I could go through a name, like I'm friends with JacandQuil, and we've never had issues like that. But I'm not just gonna sit here and like go through. I'm friends with Miss Peep, and we haven't had issues with this. Friends with Pixie Explains, we haven't had issues with this. Like, again, I don't buy into this men and women can't be friends thing when I literally have a shit ton of friends who are women. Like, I don't buy it, BGR. I can't buy it because I literally live in stark opposition to your toxic ideology. MH Darkbeast, thank you very much for redeeming an oh Aleakai. I forgot Aleakai, and I don't know why I forgot Aleakai and Jen. I'm literally recording this like a couple hours after Aleakai's birthday. But Aleakai and Jen, also friends of mine. No fucking issues. This is some Jordan Peterson BS. Jesus Christ. Suris, bad friend. Yeah, I'm a bad friend because I couldn't name every single one of my friends on the fly in the middle of a stream that I barely prepped for. You're right. I'm a terrible person and a terrible friend. I think there is another angle to this friendship thing as well. Guys. Wait, hold on. No. We gotta do this in Alex Jones' voice. Guys, they keep saying that men and women can be friends. They keep saying it. And I don't believe it. I think it's a deep state, globalist conspiracy. I think there's another angle to this friendship thing. They keep telling me things like friendship is magic, but we all know that magic is that of Satan. Satan is magic. Friendship is Satan. You can't have friends. Friends are completely illegal. The deep state wants you to have friends. Friends are bad. Get me pictures of Friendship Man. The frogs are trying to make people friends. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. We should not be having this much fun with this article. It's BGR of all things. Well, I think there's another angle to this friendship thing as well. Women all... Remember, guys, BGR has an editor. Biblical Gender Roles has an editor, ostensibly. Right? Women online all the time. Women. Is that like iRobot? Only, like, really poorly written? Women all the time saying they are looking to marry my best friend. I don't even know the context of this sentence. I've met women all the time saying they're looking to marry my best friend. I just don't. Barasu Natsuki, thank you very much for the follow. Thank you. Well, I do believe that sometimes marriage can feel like friendship when we are close to our spouse, as we should be. You know, in between rounds of violently beating them, things that BGR has advocated for on this blog. We must never forget that neither friendship nor partnership are ever mentioned as purposes for marriage. Oh, dude, are you unironically saying that you would just marry somebody without being their friend or being their partner? You just unironically just toss the ring on the finger and just be like,
Well, God mandated it. Gotta put my dick in you now.
Jesus Christ. That's like... Any of you who actually watched Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged series, this is making me think of that moment with Tristan, where Joey's like, well, Joey, when a man and woman love each other very much, and then everybody stops him and goes, no, we can't let Tristan breed! That. I unironically feel like there was a moment in this man's life where there must have been a failed intervention, where everybody went, no, we can't let him know that you can have sex with women. And they failed. And now we're in the darkest timeline.
Companionship, yes. Friendship and partnership, no.
What is a friend if not a trustworthy companion? Anyway, fucking hell.
Instead of a woman looking for her best friend, she ought to be looking for the best Christian leader, provider, and protector she can find. A man of integrity.
Well, I hate to say it, BGR, but you have 2 wives so far that have failed with you.
If she wants a friend, she can call one of her girlfriends. As I say on my blog all the time, your husband is not your girlfriend.
What if they're gender fluid? Pretty sure the husband can be a girlfriend if they're gender fluid. That said, though, so I have a question. If she wants a friend, she can call one of his girlfriends. Well, I agree. That's a thing that she can do, right? But here's what's going to happen with this mentality, BGR. Your woman's going to fake an orgasm with you every single time you guys have intercourse, and then she's going to go to her girlfriends, and there will be a mysterious awakening. And I suspect this is how you lost your first wife. Anything else in here? There's a thing from here, from Oscar Wilde, but I don't care. I don't care about this man's words. I care about BGR's words. I unironically care very much about the things that this person has to say about the world around us and the implications therein. I love how this is called a short essay, but I don't think that this actually, like, meets any requirements for an essay. I don't. If I had ever submitted this as an essay in school, I would have gotten a flat-out 0, saying that it did not meet the criteria for an essay. But that's not what matters. That's not what matters. Whether or not this is an essay is immaterial to the point that literal reality demonstrates that he's wrong. BGR's points will largely fall onto, well, men and women have affairs. Gay men have affairs too, though. Lesbians have affairs too. It doesn't matter that people have the capacity to have affairs. Are affairs good? Largely, no. Can they happen with anyone? Pretty much, yes. You can maintain friendships with women just fine if you're a guy, and vice versa. This toxic idea that every single person you meet who has an attraction to you, like, not to you, but has an attraction to your gender, necessarily will at some point want to fuck you, is super bad. Let me tell you guys a story, and it's kind of a reason why this is bad. So, there's a manifestation of this idea. The idea that everybody who wants to fuck your gender will necessarily want to fuck you. This is what leads people to the defense of, I'm not homophobic, I just don't want a gay person to fuck me. I used this unironically as a defense when I was in middle school, and I was in high school actually, and I rightfully got called out for it. I had a good friend of mine who actually, like, said, no, dude, that's homophobic, you're homophobic. And it took me about 2 years to accept that. More than 2 years. It took me about 5 years after that point to accept that. Sorry. Getting my own history messed up. It's only going to get worse as I get older. But I unironically use that as a defense. I don't hate gay people, I just don't want them to fuck me. Now, it stems from a really weird place of thinking that you're hot shit, and that everybody who wants to fuck your gender will necessarily want to fuck you. Like, you can get your pick of the litter, as it would. It's a really fucking toxic mindset, and I implore you, if you happen to be stuck in it, please Get out of it. Get out of that mindset. Not every straight woman wants to fuck you if you're a cis man, and not every gay man wants to fuck you if you're a cis man. There can be women who just aren't attracted to you. It's normal, BGR. I'm sure at some point in your life, you have had to come to the conclusion that there are some women who are just not attracted to you. In fact, I would argue, based on the things I've seen about you on your YouTube channel, that likely it's a lot of women who probably don't want to sleep with you. And don't worry. I understand. I feel you. There are plenty of women who don't want to sleep with me, and for good reason. It's because I'm ugly. That's the argument. It's because I'm unattractive. I know what it's like to be you, because I too looked like a flaming pile of dog shit. But because of that, I can tell you that it's okay and it's easy to break out of that ideology. And it's a good thing to do. Because it will lead to you being able to have healthy relationships, companionships, nigh would I even say friendships, with people around you who might not necessarily share your gender. But what do you think? I want to know your thoughts. This is one of the shortest episodes we've ever done on biblical gender roles because, quite mercifully, he didn't say a whole lot. Sorry, let me rephrase that. He didn't write a whole lot. Generally, he doesn't say a whole lot either. So, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let me know what you think in the Twitch chat if you happen to be talking over there. Follow me over on Twitch if you haven't already, twitch.tv/NekoSuris, and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already if you're over on YouTube. As always, everyone, though, insert end of video tagline here.